What you up to, Nicey?
I got the call that I am needed in Fresno. Fresno is more than 2.5 hours away from here. And they want me to get a hotel there because that's where they are planning to keep me for the foreseeable future. Now I have 2 nights left on this contract, tonight and tomorrow night. So rather than at the end of the contract drive all the way back up here for just to get Gary
And your stuff.
and all my stuff, we are packing up and we're gonna go move to a hotel in Fresno, all of us together. So we're going to go stay in Fresno at the Courtyard in Fresno.
One last look at the hotel room as we're collecting everything. Getting ready to leave. Here has been our view the whole time. That's actually the prison for Sacramento. It's nice. And there's, of course, apartment complex across the way. And we've done some wandering in the streets here. So check out those videos in the show notes below. But yeah, now it's to get all of our stuff downstairs to the car, which is with valet. Here we go, heading into the elevator. Look at that. This is always the fun part, y'all. This is our car for the trip. There's those cool murals across the way. I really like those. Oh.
I'm gonna have to pull it up just a bit.
Yeah. They parked it really close to this guy. It's great valet. Sorry, yeah. A little zoomed in there. Great valet. That's how close we are. We either nicked this guy's car. Not gonna do that. But again, really cool murals across the way. I like the monkey guy. I don't know what those are. The little bug animal things. They're pretty neat too. We got to the car. Apple CarPlay doing its thing, but we're in the car. Getting ready to head on out. So we got a 2-hour and 35-minute drive. Oof. No bueno.
I guess we're gonna listen to the new Taylor Swift album now that we got uninterrupted time.
Oh boy. Florida. So we just left our AC Marriott.
Yep.
And it's in downtown Sacramento. We've got to be honest, it's one of the bougiest hotels. The people were just, I don't know how to explain it, but definitely thought that
Their shit didn't stink.
Yeah, that hotel was interesting. But yet, let us know in the comments, it's right across the street from the jail, the big jail. So I don't really understand why they think that it's such a fancy hotel if you're right across the street from a jail.
Like, we could see the jail from our room.
Oh yeah. And it's a big one too. It wasn't like a tiny jail. It was a pretty big jail. So you gotta let us know what is the call for being great there. They wouldn't even let like DoorDash and stuff up to our room. We always had to go down to the lobby, and then they'd give you the evil eye if you weren't like fully in a suit when you went down to the lobby, even though we just wanted DoorDash to deliver the food to our room.
And I would go down there in my PJs and my fucked up hair and get the DoorDash. I didn't care.
Yeah. Fun experience. Definitely different. I have to be honest, pretty good walking in downtown Sacramento. But very weird hours. Stuff was always closed. Even when we walked this morning and this afternoon, everything was closed. So interesting. And we will be back in Sacramento again. So look out for those videos and subscribe if you want to see that. But let's see how long it takes us to get to where are we going now?
We're going to Fresno.
Fresno. Well, I've been to most of California at this point, except for the very northern stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
It's an adventure.
We've made it out of Sacramento, and like once you get out of Sacramento, it is just, this is still a little bit like suburbs, but then it's just farms. It's kind of interesting. It's also kind of interesting how flat it is.
Yeah.
Like in the very far distance through the clouds, you can see a mountain and stuff, but it is just kind of flat here, which is so different than every other part of California we've been to.
Yeah. Except for when I went out to Reno, it's weird too, because like it's flat like this, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Bam! Right in the kisser.
Sierra Nevadas, bam!
Right in the kisser. Watch out for chips. We're still heading out now. This is farmland, so I was talking about earlier. This is all just farmland. Sorry, the glass has a little bit of salt from Nacy's trip over Donner Pass earlier this week. And maybe you can see it, but there is a mountain in the distance there, but it is in the very, very far distance. And what were you saying about the area?
Oh, it's nothing but like flat land for miles and miles and miles. And if you don't believe me,
You're in California.
there's also some mountain peaks kind of back over there in that area too. But again, it's like so far away, they're just like barely etched into the edge of the landscape.
Well, yeah, and if we run into trees, the trees actually block your view because it's pretty flat, so you can't really see the mountains, whereas here there's no trees. That's, I think, why we can see this one in the very far distance. It's beautiful, but it's fascinating how it goes from city to farmland so quickly in California. And they are big producers of, like, oranges, wines, olive oil. So California is a big grow state. Check out this thing that was driving by us.
Now he slowed down again.
He did, yeah. That's pretty. I like the color. Fancy. 2-seater. You like it?
I like it. Would you ever want to own an old car like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Not specifically that one, but sure.
Yeah. I mean, not that specific car, but like restore it, maybe paint it. It's ours. So.
Yeah, I think it would be fun. I think the whole restoring a car would be a fun project.
That would be like a fun project with the two of us, because I know nothing about cars. So I would just be like, "What do you want me to do? Give me tools. I do it for you. I'll watch you. I'll be moral support." But maybe I would learn a little bit about cars too. Like, I like learning new things. So
Yeah, I mean, you've done a brake job and stuff before, so you have done stuff on cars before.
it's true.
Yeah.
God, remember that Saturn? Oh.
Yeah, we had a Saturn wagon back in the day. Had to do a brake job on it, and the brakes that were for it were like too thick, so we had to like shave down the. It was.
And just to get to the brakes was.
It was like removing an entire vehicle
too.
in itself. Yeah. Yeah, and then we had a.
There's a winery over here.
Yeah, there is. Then we had like a town car that we had at one time, and that was so simple. It was like jack it up, 2 bolts, and the brakes were already off. Winery. Wine tastings at Perino.
Do you guys have any suggestions of places that we should do a wine tasting at? Because I've never done a wine tasting before, but perhaps we could find like a wine tour where they'll pick us up, drive us to the wineries, and drop us back off at our hotel. That would be fun.
Yeah, I think we'd have to pick an area first, though. There's a ton of wineries.
I don't know anything about wine either, so.
Maybe we could do it at Gavin Newsom's winery. Maybe we can make some friends. Some wealthy friends.
But Gavin Newsom's the guy that would come into the room and be like, "Who's Gavin? Why does that name sound so familiar?"
Gavin Newsom is the governor of California.
Okay, never mind. I thought it was the guy from Dateline that would come in to the pedos on the TV and be like,
I think that's Chris Hedges or something like that.
"Tell me why you're here."
It's an interesting connection you made there.
I don't know why, but maybe they're pedos. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. Probably.
Really? So we're talking about pedos at a wine bar. I don't think going to a wine tasting is where you're going to find children, but that's just me.
Hopefully not.
Again, I don't know. I've never been to a wine tasting, but apparently Nacy thinks there's children at wine tastings. So when we go, we'll let you know if there are any children there. We're just heading out back to our long drive.
It's a 2-lane highway too.
Yeah, it's interesting how it goes from that really big road to like a 2-lane highway, and we probably have at least 3 more miles on this road, but it says to go straight, so I doubt it actually changes, but we'll see. A lot of car places, like vans and trucks too, on the way out here. Making a quick stop at the Wendy's, this little stop in the highway town. I got a burger and Nacy got a chicken sandwich. Grab that. We're waiting for it to come out. Once that comes out, we'll be back on the road. We are supposed to be there at 20:54, and it's now 19:38. So my guess is we'll probably get there about 21. So we've got a decent amount of driving left, but we're almost there. So how's it tasting?
I need dipping sauce. There's no dipping sauce.
Well, I mean, you can still run inside. We're still here.
I could. I don't know. Should I?
If you really want it, go for it. Yeah, have the fries. Let us know in the comments. Do you like the old school Wendy's fries when they're kind of yellowish? Or do you like the
Hand cut.
supposedly hand-cut,
Yeah.
fries? Which one do you all prefer?
I like McDonald's fries when they're hot and fresh. Those are probably my favorite. Wendy's used to be my favorite fries, but these kind of remind me of Burger King. And I don't like Burger King.
Yeah, they do remind me a lot of Burger King.
Like the interior of the potato.
The interior of the potato. You've really thought about this.
I have. I'm a connoisseur of my fries.
So,
Meh. Fries are meh. I'll eat my sandwich and be a happy camper, I guess.
yeah. You wanted nuggies, but you decided on a sandwich because it's easy to eat.
Yeah. Especially when you're in the car. Nuggies are hard.
So we're going to finish up, and we'll come get you when we hit the road again.
Since when do they put pickles on it?
I don't know. That is weird. I've never seen a pickle.
They put pickles on my sandwich.
Yeah. Fascinating. They're trying to be Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A does the picks.
Chick-fil-A.
Let's see her take a bite then.
No,
Good.
check off.
All right. Heading out from the Wendy's. Check out these beautiful flowers.
Very vibrant and purple.
Yeah. Look at them. Fancy.
It's springtime, y'all.
Yeah, so this is like the typical exit off of a major highway, roadway. I don't know if it's technically a highway. But here it is. Got the Wendy's, a Chevron, little shopping center. I've always wondered what it's like to live in a place like this, where it's just like a roadside stop. You know, what it's like there, because you only have so many jobs you could do, and be interesting, but at the same time, kind of scary.
A little boring, I think.
Oh, boy.
I'm a city girl.
Yeah. Look at them gas prices, by the way. $6.09 for premium. $5.79 for the cheapest gas.
That's a lot of money, guys.
Yeah. Look at that. Using my zoom lens.
Now it says we're going to get there around 9:08. So
At the light,
Yeah.
use the right lane to merge
Heading on
onto
out.
99 South.
Could have went to Sonic.
I know. I was thinking that too. I was like, maybe we should have gone to Sonic.
They have better drinks, but sandwich-wise, they definitely are always disappointing. I'm sorry. The only thing I kind of like is the hot dog, and it's a hot dog, so like,
Yeah, and sometimes that's just not good.
yeah, sometimes that's just not good either. All right, we're heading out. Looking at the Volti. Volti for life.
Volti!
Volti for life. Another classic car. It's really nice. Zooming past.
It's getting dark, y'all.
It is. It is getting dark. But we're a little bit closer than last time we talked, not too much. So we're driving, and you can see it right there. It's a little difficult to see now because we were definitely driving through a swarm of them, but the bugs were hitting the windshield so much that it sounded like rain. That's how much we were getting. It's always fun when you go through like the farmlands and the bugs just suicide bomb your windshield. But this is where we are now. It's getting a little darker. We went into like a city area, I guess. Not a big city, but you know, kind of more city-esque. And now we're back out to farms again. It is fascinating in California, though, I gotta say. Like the switching from different areas and the different geographies, really neat.
No mountains, though.
Yeah, we still haven't hit any mountains. Still haven't hit any
Some place
mountains.
called Merced. MERCED.
Interesting. Just cruising through nothing. Almost there. We're 30 minutes out. And there's just a lot of nothing out here.
Lots of bugs.
Lots and lots of bugs. Yeah, you can see with the light how many bugs are on the windshield. Oh boy. We've gotten off the exit. Now we've got about 5 miles till we find a hotel. There's In-N-Out. We just ate there. Check out that video in the show notes. But yeah, now we get to try to find this hotel. But we are officially in Fresno. In-N-Outs always have such long lines. Holy cow.
Yeah, we know nothing about Fresno, so we're just rolling up in the dark.
Yeah. Sorry I missed it, but we just went past a billboard that said Accident Daddy, and it was like an attorney that deals with accidents in this area. Have you all ever used Accident Daddy? That's a really weird name for a law firm.
Yeah, it was weird. I thought it was like something about like, oh, did you accidentally knock somebody up? We'll pay you to get rid of it or something. That's what I thought it was.
Wow, that's even darker.
I know. I was like, what the hell?
We have made it to the Courtyard by Marriott. It's kind of back off the road. We were kind of surprised. We didn't really see it. There's no signs for it. Other than, of course, GPS told us to make a left turn. But here's our hotel stay. Definitely subscribe to the channel. We'll do a full room tour and review. But we're here. And we're excited to be here to end this nice long trip that we just made. And then Nacy will give you an update on what her night looks like before she heads out. But we are here. So we got to the room. None of the lights were working. And then all of a sudden it just started working again after messing with the switches. So this is going to be a fun stay. Yeah, this is going to be a fun stay. And the people had no idea why it wasn't working. So, yeah, interesting. All right, I got to go get stuff from the car. I got the lights to work. But if we close the door and lock it, we're unable to open it. We have to like pull the door almost off the hinges to get it to open up. And I don't think we're going to be able to do that very often. I think that's eventually going to get stuck. And if you remember, we had a hotel where we got stuck in the room. That was not a fun trip. So let's see what happens next. As I was saying, so like sometimes it'll come out, but once it gets locked, sometimes this piece gets stuck. And look how wobbly it is. Holy crap. So this is actually the only thing stopping it from opening right now. I'm sorry. There you go. Wasn't looking at the camera lens. But this is the only thing stopping it from opening. The handle on the outside doesn't actually work. Even if you put the key in there, it doesn't work. This is actually the only thing stopping it from opening. It's really strange. I haven't stayed at a room like this before. And I think that's what this is for. So they added an extra one of these because the door doesn't lock correctly. So they put us in a room that the door doesn't work correctly. So they added one of these and one of these to make you feel safer because their lock doesn't work. Wow, that's really weird. I've honestly never been at a Marriott where the lights don't always work and then the lock is so weird. Like instead of fixing the lock, they just added 2 other things to it so that it can't get stuck. Wow. This is interesting. Like we said, when you're traveling, this is some of the things you could run into. Just randomly go to this hotel and it does not work. So this light went off again, you'll see. Oh, what a room. What a room. So something interesting too, the TV just turned off and it says welcome guests now. So we've definitely been transferred rooms.
Yeah, she said the keys won't work anymore in this room, so.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah.
Such a lovely experience this has been so far.
Yeah, she was so rude to me on the phone, and that's why I told the maintenance lady, I'm like, come down with me. I'll come down with you. You can tell them what you saw. And as I was coming up there, they were talking to each other. She's like, yeah, we were just talking about what we were going to do for you, and we're going to move you into the suite. The suite that they magically couldn't move me into 2 minutes ago, but now they are going to move me into. And then she apologized, gave me one drink voucher for my inconvenience.
Oh, so kind of them. Like, we're not going to write Marriott.
And then tried to give me, make me feel bad for her because now this is going to put the hotel in a rough spot because they're sold out tonight. And losing this room and putting this room out of order is going to really suck for the hotel. So we're on the first floor now.
Macy likes to cuss. We try not to cuss in our videos.
I'm really heated because they were so rude And like I don't care. I don't care. Like, you need to make it right. Like,
Yes, exactly. All right, let's move to the first floor.
oh, and by the way, those people that took all the luggage racks, they were just hanging out in the bar with all their suitcases on those luggage racks. So there's no luggage rack for us to actually move our shit from room to room.
Want to do an update. So this is our new room, and you can see here, the other one had been broken into because it only had that one metal bar. This is what it's supposed to look like, and they don't have a second piece here that's actually keeping the door locked. Now we can just lock the door, and it's locked, and we're able to open it. You know, like a normal hotel room. And this only has one latch thing. So again, that could clearly been broken into, wasn't working, and they were just trying to shove us in there for 2 days. I think that's a little deceptive.
And I almost came down here by myself, too, if you think about it. We made ultimately the decision for Gary to come with because it just didn't make sense for us to drive back up there. But usually, when I travel for work and I have to go somewhere and I stay, I sometimes just go by myself. Or I'm on a contract by myself altogether. Could you imagine me being a single female in a room like that? Like, no, that's not okay.
And the weird thing was, is the maintenance lady or whatever she was, cleaning lady, couldn't get anything to work and couldn't get the door to lock, and she was just okay with it. She's like, oh, well, you just deal with it. And it's like, no, we're paying to stay here. This isn't free. We're not getting this for free.
Yeah.
Like, I again, we asked in other videos too, do we just expect too much? I mean, I don't get what is expected from people.
The other lady, when the door, so what happened when the cleaning lady came, she locked it, like I showed her, she locked it, and then she could just pull it open without turning anything. She could just pull it, and I was like, that's not safe. And she goes, oh, just use this. I was like, no, that's unacceptable. Like, this isn't a lock.
Yeah, that's an extra safety feature.
This is a lock. This is not a lock. And I was like, you can come with me and we're going to go downstairs and you can be my witness that the door doesn't lock. Anyways, so they magically were like, we're going to move you to the suite. Like, they were doing me a fucking favor.
There she goes, cussing again.
I'm really
Words.
heated.
I'm going to be like Captain America behind it. Watch your language. Watch your language.
When I checked in, they said there was a suite available.
Well, they didn't just say that. There was rooms on each floor, and then there was a suite when you checked in, yes.
And when I called her, and I was like, 10 minutes ago, there was a choice of a room on the first, the second, and the third floor. It's been 10 minutes. And she's like, oh, well, a lot's changed in 10 minutes. But, yeah, magically, here we are. And and then to have the audacity to tell me that this puts her in a tight spot to move me out of that room, I don't care. I don't care.
So now what happens with your traveler life?
So now I gotta go to work.
Yep.
But my case, the case that I was sent down here for actually isn't starting tonight. It sounds like it's gonna be a tomorrow morning kind of thing. Which fine, whatever, it doesn't affect me. But the other traveler that I'm here with, her case did start tonight, and it got expedited, which means we have to do it rather quickly. So I'm going to go down there and help her, either get bloods out or build her chart, do whatever I can. Because we're both travelers, we both do not have access, and neither one of us has started a case here before, so it adds a whole other layer of minutia. But it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We got a room now. It locks. I got one free drink for my troubles.
And we're going to write Marriott and probably get some points and stuff too.
I'm going to be writing Marriott a very scathing letter about this. So.
All right, that concludes our travel at the end of the day to Fresno.
Yeah. It's been an interesting day. We started off on a high note. You'll have to watch our wanderings video. We wandered around downtown Sacramento.
Show notes.
And then it turned into chaos.
Yeah.
In Fresno.
Well, we made it to Fresno. Nacy's heading to the hospital to do her job. And thanks for tagging along with us. So if you like this video, hit that thumbs up.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when I do at least 3 videos a week.
And we'll come and get you guys for the next one.
Ain't that the truth? Baby Ruth.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.